A portion of this video is brought to you by Sheath Underwear. For more information about Sheath Underwear, visit the link in the description or wait till the end of this video to hear more from me. Say it with me. Elon Musk just got crocketted. I'm dead set on making that happen, making that a thing, and I hope you will help me make that a thing. I don't need credit for it. I don't even need credit for the brilliance that is Crocketted, because she's provided it to me. It's something I didn't even have to really dig deep for. The creative juices didn't really have to flow. Anyway, Jasmine Crockett was yesterday on MSNBC talking about the DOGE or the Doggy Committee or whatever it is. And there's two clips I want to play. One's very brief. It's where she's directly calling out Elon Musk in her signature Jasmine Crockett type way, calling him boo, telling him to swing by the committee. You got all this, all these answers, all this power, all this ideas about how to make the government more efficient while out from under the watchful gaze of the constitutionally mandated oversight power of the Congress. Why don't you come by so we can ask you some questions? And then the other clip is a little bit more fulsome, a little longer, short, less than a minute, where she really gets to the heart of what is taking place here. And there's multiple reasons I want to play this. One, it's because it's banger content from Jasmine Crockett, who provides never missing a beat. Congresswoman Crockett. But the other reason that I want to talk about this is that this is why we need to press for our elder statesmen and women to step aside and leave leadership to a younger, more vital generation that understands the new reality and media that we live in. Creating moments like this to fire up the base, to fire up the electorate, to impassion people, to get involved, to organize, and to stand in the gap for people who don't have someone there to stand for them. Anyway, watch this first clip where she sticks it to Elon, and then we'll move on from there.
You were involved in a hearing with Elon Musk about condoms, right? Do you remember this whole?
It wasn't with Elon. Elon, if you're watching, come through, boo, because you haven't shown up to the DOGE subcommittee yet.
Right, and you called him out at that subcommittee.
Yes.
But this became weird because Buddy Carter, your colleague from Georgia, started talking about how we were giving condoms to the Taliban, and then Donald Trump himself, then it became about Gaza, but that would have to have been about 7,000 condoms per person. And then he said it was just Hamas, which none of it made sense, but it caused a lot of people to have to run around and follow the story and find out that we give condoms as part of USAID to prevent the spread of HIV to a place in Mozambique called Gaza province.
Correct.
This is the nonsense we have to deal with here.
It's not even just nonsense. It's just that they're idiots. I mean, these are the same guys, remember, as it relates to our nuclear stockpile, right? They're like, oh, wait a minute, we needed those guys?
Yeah.
Oh, can we get them back? Oh, we don't know how to.
That is what we need. We don't need tweets from, oh, this is very concerning. We don't need Democrats acting as though they're Senator Susan Collins from Maine. We need actual leadership like Jasmine Crockett, like AOC, like so many in the House of Representatives and the Senate, who aren't just absolutely giving credence to the ideas that Donald Trump is putting forth as though they're valid. We need more of this from members of Congress.
Come through, boo.
But I want to get back to what she was saying about all of this being nonsense and calling this what it is, that these people are absolutely incompetent. They're going through the federal government right now, unceremoniously illegally firing an untold number of people. And then in some cases finding out, oh, wow, people who work for the government actually do vital work relative to the national security apparatus of our country. We can't just fire them. They're necessary employees. And then scrambling to try to get them back, not having any apparatus whatsoever, which you would not be shocked by. I mean, when Donald Trump did the child separation policy at the border, separating families from their children, some of those children never made it back to their parents. They're now orphans. They're now in foster care. Who knows what the outcomes of their lives has been? So why would you expect anything? I don't think you expect anything different, but why would anyone expect anything different from Donald Trump? Here is Jasmine Crockett, again, going a little deeper on this topic.
Deal with it.
It's not even just nonsense. It's just that they're idiots. I mean, these are the same guys, remember, as it relates to our nuclear stockpile, right? They're like, oh, wait a minute, we needed those guys?
Yeah.
Oh, can we get them back? Oh, we don't know how to. Like, I don't know how anyone in this country can look at this administration and feel some semblance of any type of confidence, right? And this is all at the same time. Like, Elon doesn't want us talking about the fact that he has received almost $1 billion worth of new contract money from the U.S. government in just 2 weeks.
Yep.
$400 million for Tesla and over $300 million for SpaceX. This is nothing more than a money grab. He's not out there trying to save money for the American people. That's not what he's doing. He's lining his pockets. And at the same time, he's outraging people who don't know exactly how we spend our money and how it benefits us to make sure that things like HIV and AIDS doesn't become the worldwide pandemic that it used to be.
Yeah.
Exactly. Same thing with everything else that we're dealing with.
She nailed it. It's these people who clamor on and bang on and run their sucks about meritocracy, that we want this to be a meritocracy. And it's the people with the least merit in our culture, in our society, in our country, who have the power. Donald Trump, who was given massive fortune from his father, squandered it, and now, because he's the president of the United States again, is back at it with the grift and the charlatan nonsense with his crypto grift and everything else, his sneakers and his perfumes and his ceiling fans and his lights and his university and the cherry that he was ripping off. It's a grift. They have no merit. They have no ability. They have no intelligence to speak of. And I'm going to get to that. I'm going to get to that next with Elon Musk saying he claimed he saved the from one contract $8 billion, but it was actually $8 million. Yet the smartest man in the world, the richest man in the world, doesn't know the difference between $1 billion and $1 million. This is not a meritocracy. The myth of meritocracy needs to die a quick yet also painful death. Anyway, good on Jasmine Crockett. Once again, good on Jasmine Crockett. I need to reach out to her team and get her on the show and talk about some of these issues in a little bit more detailed manner. Anyway, what do you think? I'd love to know. You can comment below. That would be great. You can also call the voicemail line, 714-576-4054. You can email me daily@dollemore.com. I want to hear from you. Stick around. A lot going on. Be genuine. Take care of one another. I talk nearly every day about how divided we are as a country and the havoc that this division wreaks. But not all divisions are bad, right? As a mathematical concept, for instance, division allows you to split things into equal parts, allowing for equal shares. Division of labor has, for thousands of years, allowed humans to evolve their efficiency and specialization when working on certain tasks. And you can ask any kid to tell you that dinner is far better when the meat is divided from the veg. And what's more annoying than when you're sitting at a cramped table or out in the humid weather than having your meat smashed into your two veg? Is the meat and veg metaphor working here? It's time to divide and conquer with Sheath. Sheath makes the most comfortable boxer briefs I have ever worn. Regular boxers are just too loose and bunchy and not great. And briefs are just a smush fest. Sheath are the solution. Head to sheath.com and use promo code Dollemore to score 20% off and upgrade to the most comfortable underwear you'll ever wear. I'm wearing a pair right now, and indeed, that may be all I'm wearing under the desk here. But really, sheaths are the only underwear I wear. Absolutely fact. Their testicular tech features dual pouches to keep your mane apart from your sides. More dinner metaphors. Note, if you're not into the division for some reason, you don't have to use the dual pouches at all. Just throw your sheaths on like regular pair of underwear and you're good to go. Also, Sheath's stretchy fabric is super soft and made with moisture-wicking technology to keep your president and his cabinet cool and comfortable throughout the rigors of the day. I love my sheaths all the time, but they are particularly clutch in the sticky heat of DC summers, which is basically like 9 months out of the year. They were invented by a U.S. Army veteran while serving a tour in Iraq. The idea for Sheath came from discomfort in harsh environments. As a former Marine stationed in that part of the world, I get the inspiration. The airflow meshes are my personal favorite, but Sheath has tons of excellent styles and designs. Pick a pair and Sheath will hand them to your doorstep nearly instantly thanks to blindingly fast shipping and amazing customer service. Also, Sheath supports multiple charities like Socks for Soldiers and Doctors Without Borders. So with your purchase, you're making the world a better place too. Upgrade your undergarments, score 20% off right now when you head to Sheath.com and use code Dollemore. Divide and conquer your discomfort with Sheath underwear.